When you are young, it may be hard to believe that God is working in your life. But there was a young girl in the Bible who learned that this is true. The girl had been taken from her home in Israel to become a servant to the wife of Naaman. Naaman was a brave commander in the king's army who had a terrible skin disease called leprosy. The young girl heard the news that Naaman was sick and told Naaman's wife about a man in Israel named Elisha who could help. As soon as Naaman found out about Elisha, he asked the king for permission to go to Israel to see him. Not only did the king say he could go, but he gave Naaman horses and chariots for the journey. When Naaman arrived, he went straight to Elisha's house. Elisha sent Naaman a message through his servant that said, "Go and wash in the Jordan River 7 times. If Naaman did what Elisha had said, he would be healed immediately." At first, Naaman got really angry because Elisha didn't come out to see him in person. Naaman thought the least he could do would be to pray to his God and wave his hand over his skin. Naaman didn't want to listen to Elisha because he didn't understand how bathing in a river, especially 7 times, would make a difference. Naaman's servants convinced him to go down to the Jordan to do what he had been told. As soon as he washed himself 7 times, he was completely healed, just as Elisha had promised. Naaman was so happy that he went back to Elisha and said, "Now I know there is no God anywhere in the world like the one in Israel." The young servant girl may not have realized it, but God was working through her to help heal Naaman. She could have kept the good news about Elisha to herself, but instead she spoke up and helped him meet the one true God who can heal diseases. Even though you may think you're just a kid, God is shaping you and using you to help the people around you. We can know from this story that God promises to work in our lives.